UFC Women's Bantamweight, Sara McMann, who's coming off a really impressive victory over at Tough Finale 24. Sara, thank you so much for your time. I know it's kind of late over there in South Carolina, so we appreciate your time. Yeah, talk about not only your victory on Saturday, but first your training camp, because I think you mentioned that you're having some problems or something. I guess your training camp didn't go as well as you planned.
Well, I mean, it went pretty good. The only problem I had during my training camp is that when I would do some of my MMA sparring, like I was getting frustrated or I was tired from my other training, or it just things weren't clicking very well on my feet, and so that kind of like it bothered me a little bit. But I'm a seasoned enough athlete that I know that something that happens in your training camp doesn't necessarily mean that's going to happen when you fight. So I didn't really try to, hold on to that too much or put too much weight into that. I know that sometimes I've had terrible training camps for fighting or wrestling and then gone out and performed great, or vice versa. I've had times where everything went perfect and smooth and wonderful, and then I got out there and competed terrible. So I know that it didn't really like reflect on what was going to go on during the fight, and so I just kind of made peace with it.
Yeah, cool. Um, so your performance was amazing. Yeah, I thought it was one of your best performances that you had in quite a while. Like just in terms of how you looked in the cage. You looked so relaxed on the feet. You looked so relaxed on the ground. It looked like you were just letting things go, and you believed in yourself a lot more in this fight. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, the last two fights, really things have been coming together more and things have felt more natural. And I've always had a little bit of a lag time between what I could do in the practice room into what I can do in competition. Like it's been present in other sports too. Like it just takes me a little bit of time to catch up. But once I do, those gains are real gains. And so every single fight from now on, I'll look better and better. It's just the way that I operate in sports, and I've made peace with it, and I try to like speed that curve up as much as possible. But it's still a process for me. I'm not someone who like walks out and just does everything brilliant. It's never been my life.
And talk about Alexis Davis. She was a top contender. I think she was ranked number 8, I believe. And now with the victory over her, it's pretty much you're probably a top 5 girl. I know. Julia Pena just got booked to fight Valentina, so I think it leaves you open for that number 1 contendership fight. Has you talked to you about maybe you fighting the winner between Ronda and Amanda?
No, and they don't. I won't know about that for a while.
No.
Like they really will. They'll give me a little bit of time. I know they're gonna fight me fairly soon, so that's something that I'm really excited about because usually it's about 6 months. So I know that they're gonna use me more because they now know like, okay, she'll go out there and put on a good show. Like I'm an upward trend, and they want to use that momentum, and I'm super happy with that. But they just won't let me know anything until right whenever right before the fight. So
And obviously, you're sporting a really nice shiner on your face. I mean, it's not that like I think at first, I think you were fearing that it was going to blow up, but it really doesn't look bad. At one point in the fight, do you think that happened? Was it on the ground, or was it any of the strikes in terms of when you guys are standing?
no, it was definitely something. I don't even remember it happening on the feet. I just remember like I was like, wow, my face feels strange. Like, I felt numb. I knew something was wrong, and that's when I decided to take her to the ground. And because that wasn't part of the game plan. She's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, so I respect that. But so my game plan was more to do a lot on my feet, and I wanted to do the stuff on my feet, but I thought, okay, change of plans. I'm gonna figure out what's wrong, why my face feels like that, and then I'm gonna, like I didn't know if I would submit her, but I know I could beat her on the ground. But I was really happy to get a submission against somebody of her caliber,
Yeah, definitely.
and she's never been submitted.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think a lot of people were sleeping on with Alexa because she's been out for like a little over a year, and I think people were sleeping on her just a little bit in terms of like how dangerous she could be. But you really saw it in the fight, and I think when you got into the ground with her, you really showed how dangerous she could be, but also how skilled you were also. So I think it was a
Yeah.
good display for both of you guys. I think.
Yeah, no. Like, so she has the kind of jiu-jitsu that isn't like powerful, it's slick, and you don't lose that. Like that's something that she'll have for in her entire lifetime. So she
Yeah.
could be out for a year, but she's still going to have that. She's very smooth in her transitions and everything. And so, no, she was doing a good job.
Yeah.
And there's two. I mean, actually, there's one big storyline before this fight, and it's kind of maybe annoying for you because a lot of people were calling it the battle of the two moms. Does that get kind of old for you? Always having mother, attached to your name instead of the fighter.
No, not at all. I love being a mom. So, I mean, some people really identify. They're like, they use that as a source of inspiration. Like,
Yeah.
wow, like, look how in shape she is. Look how she's, able to still reach her goals
Right.
and be a good mom. So, like, that's something that I view as positive. Like, I love being a mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And were you thinking of maybe the challenges that Alexa might have been facing earlier in terms of preparing for this fight due to the fact that she's a new mother? Do you think like, you kind of would know what she would be going through, right?
No. And I mean, I have an idea because it is like you're a little bit more exhausted, and her and I talked, like I asked, we talked about, the baby weight coming off, things like that, like very real issues. And I told her, I was like, if you missed weight, I would have totally given you a pass. I would have been like, that's the only legit reason in the world to miss weight is you just had a child and your body changed and it just didn't exactly react like you had anticipated. Yeah. But I was like, but great job. You got the baby weight off. That's awesome.
Yeah. Now, after this win, I think Amanda Nunes kind of tweeted out that you don't deserve that next shot because of the way she beat you. Your response to that and obviously, do you feel like you can get that win back?
She doesn't get to choose what I do and don't deserve.
Yeah.
So you beat somebody once, so what? Doesn't matter. They can come back and beat you later. I've wrestled people tons of times where they've won a couple times and then I came back, and that's the thing. The more you fight me, the more dangerous I am. So I don't care if she wants to fight me or not. I'll work my way back there. And if she still has the title, maybe not, then I'll be prepared to take it from her.
Ooh, great promo, Sarah. Great promo.
Now, a lot of people in the top of the top 10 division, they're like booked right now. I think Holly Holm might be one of the few out there that isn't booked right now. Is that somebody you'd be interested in if you didn't get an immediate title shot?
Obviously. Yeah. All the girls that are ranked above me. 100%. If something happens between and Pena or Valentina get hurt, I'd love to step in. Like every one of them to get me back to that title.
Yeah. Yeah, because most fighters are willing to sit out for that title shot. So you're saying that you're willing to risk that, like your contendership, to fight someone else?
What risk is it? Yeah. If I want to be the champion, I have to be able to beat everyone. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. There's no risk.
Right. Yeah.
How can I'm like so many fighters, it frustrates me.
Yeah.
You're trying to take the easy path to a title? Mm-hmm. No. Yeah. You don't want to be the champion. You want to have a title shot. I don't want a title shot. I want to be better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
And it's been like a constant thing in your career, at least, to get those fights, right? It's been a struggle for you, consistent, like throughout the years. Do you think it's gotten better as of late, just because you fought like Jessica, Alexis Davis? You got some good names under your belt recently. Do you think it's kind of getting a little bit better, or are you still finding that difficulty to get the fights that you want?
It's difficult because I have the attitude of I'll fight you even if the title contention's on the line, whereas not everybody in my weight class wants that. They do want an easier path. They want to cherry pick opponents, something that makes them more sure to get to the title shot. But I'm just different than them, and so that's fine that they are the way they are. But if they don't want to fight me, then I'll jump over them. I'll beat you or I'll jump you. That's the way I feel.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna kind of move away from the fight talk and get into some lighter things. Like recently, like you started. Like you joined Snapchat, the world of Snapchat, and I was telling Josh before he got in that I really enjoy your snaps because it's a lot different than usual Snapchatters and what people post. What made you finally start the Snapchat and could we expect more personal snaps from one Sara McMann?
So the original reason that I did is because my daughter had it, and it was just a way to like.
Oh, really?
Well, she had it when she was like away from me, and she'd do the different little filters,
Mm.
you know, and so we would just send each other cute messages back and forth. You know, she has like a little iPad, and like that was really fun, you know, like a way to like just be silly with her.
Yeah.
And then I have other friends on it, and they would start sending me snaps. And then, you know, before, like, to be honest, I didn't like Snapchat because of most people, like, I just knew college guys, so they're like just trying to get girls to send them like nudes. So I was like,
Oh
I'm not
God.
like,
Yeah.
no. I was like, no, I'm a mom. I'm not doing Snapchat. And then I got back once they started doing the story, and I
funny.
saw like a lot of people were doing it just for other stuff, like instead
Yeah.
of text being fun.
Yeah.
Then I was like, all right. And then I know that you can build a different like fan base and things like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is not quite as grungy and grimy as it originally was.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And so, and for me, you know, like it's just fun, you know, like I have a silly personality, and usually when I'm getting interviewed about fights, I don't really get to reveal it as much.
Yeah.
So, and I don't even know, like half the time I don't look at other people's stories, but if I do and I see the same story over and over and over, I'm like, I don't want to see you singing in your car again, because it's the same exact thing. You know, like I get it. You know the words of some songs. It's good, but
Yeah.
No, it's cool. You know, it's cool because like in the public, I mean, like in the public eye, you're seen as, you know, like a quiet person that's very humble. I think with Snapchat, it kind of opens the door for people to see you, you know, the way you are, and in real life. So it's kind of endearing to see that.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, I was just texting one of my friends, and I was like, 80% of the time I'm joking around. I'm never serious. But the 20% of the time I'm like way more serious than anybody ever wants me to be. You know? I'm like dead serious. But no, like it's just fun. You know, I can be sillier on there, and that's part of my personality.
Is it the social media game and like promoting yourself? Is that something that comes easy to you, or is it like more of like, I don't know if it comes easy to anybody. I'm sure it does to some people, but
no, it really is difficult because, and I've gotten yelled at by like my sports psychologist and like other people. They're like, no, you have to do more of this stuff. And I'm like, are you sure? Because that seems kind of douchey to me, you know? Like, I have like a kind of douche meter or whatever. I'm like, I don't know. That seems a little douchey to me.
Yeah.
But, no, so I put out some things. If I see something and I think, oh, you know, I think that's pretty cool.
yeah,
Then I'll share that, you know? So I'm still selective about it. And I'm not like, if I'm at the beach, I'll be appropriately in the beach. You know, I'll wear a bathing suit, but I'm not going to flash up like half nude pictures all the time. Like that's just, if I'm working out in shorts and a sports bra, I'll put it up. But like to put other stuff up, like I don't want those kind of fans. And so I'm not going to try to entice those kind of fans. And I realize that my number's low, but then I'm like, yeah, but it also keeps perverts from writing disgusting things to me. So
no creeps. That's creep free.
Yeah. You mentioned
they still find me, but
oh man.
You mentioned the sports psychologist. I know a lot of fighters and athletes bring that up here and there, but it's rare. Is that somebody that you've been seeing for quite a while?
I love sports psychologists. When we were at the Olympic Training Center, they had a sports psychologist on staff. Mm-hmm. Like, this is the way I look at sports psychology. Some people are born naturally strong, but if they lift weights, they'll get stronger. And some people are born not as strong, and if they lift weights, they will also get stronger.
Yeah.
So, like, there's no harm, and there's only potentially good coming from it. You know, like, the sharper you can make connections, the quicker you can pick up technique, the more you can learn yourself and face all of your flaws as a human and work through them, the better athlete you're going to be. So I love having a sports psychologist. Like it's nothing but positive in my life.
Yeah.
So, sorry. So like, what did Sara McMann do to celebrate her big victory on Saturday night? What did you do? Did you drink away? Did you order in? What did you do?
I ordered in. I kind of hung out with a friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I would have gone out, you know, like, and I've definitely gone out in Vegas too, but I really just wanted to spend time with like one person, so I just hung out with him.
Are you a big I wouldn't say partier, but do you like to drink? Do you like to, you know, gamble when you're out in Vegas? Do you like to do stuff? No.
Oh, I'm not a gambler. Like I don't know why, but like I've always been like,
Yeah.
you know, I had this money right here. You know, yes, I might make a gain, but I've always been more doubtful of my,
Yeah.
you know, luck or skill. So I'm like, I better keep it in my pocket.
Yeah.
You know, I will like I'll drink afterwards, but since I drink so rarely, I'm like the cheapest date ever. I'll have 4 drinks. I'll be like, hold my hair, I'm gonna puke. You know,
Oh, no.
like
Are you?
I don't drink very much, and I'm like I like to have some beers with friends and stuff like that, but I'm not a big partier.
Yeah.
So, do you? Are you like a beer drinker or more liquor person, or kind of both?
Depends on the night.
Yeah,
Oh,
depends
wow.
on the night. Yeah.
Good
So
answer.
if I'm like going out and having
Yeah.
fun, I'll drink liquor. You know,
Yeah.
if I'm chilling at home, I'll have a
Yeah.
couple beers.
Do
You know.
do you cut it out for training camps? Do you cut like everything out?
So mostly I have to for weight, but
Yeah.
if I'm like starting to get really stressed, you know, I don't restrict myself. So if I was getting super stressed out, I would have like I just drink a couple beers. But
Yeah.
during this camp, like I didn't drink at all. But I can if I want to. I'm an adult, you know, but I normally don't. I don't really need it.
Mhm. And are you a sweets person? Because I know a lot of fighters right after they might have like a in their hotel room they might have like a drawer full of candy.
Oh,
Are you
no.
that type of person or no?
So I do like brownies are my weakness,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't have any I didn't really like feel any huge craving or desire to, you know,
Yeah.
like I don't know, like I probably will. I've been thinking about it all week though. I'm like I should probably get some brownies. I think that that's an order. But I eat brownies, I'll eat like I can't sit down and eat like 2 or 3. I'll eat like 12. Like
What?
I'll eat until I like hate myself.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, I'm like disgusted with myself, but I love them so much. That's why I kind of avoid them. It's a painful experience.
It's kind of like what you hear The Rock do. He does like a box of donuts on like a Sunday, like that's his cheat day or something like that. Yeah. It's great.
Well,
Yes, and then you hate life.
Yeah, and then you
Then
hate
you're
life.
miserable.
Yeah.
Well, Josh and I would send you a basket full of brownies. How's that?
Yeah, there you go. Is there any brand
what?
that you is there
A basket full of brownies.
Oh my god, I would love that. I would totally eat them all.
Oh, really?
Like the damn Cookie Monster. I'd tear them up.
is there one that you prefer because then you maybe shout them out and maybe get a sponsorship from them or something?
I don't know any type of brand, but if the ones that are like double chocolate, like
Ooh.
the more chocolate the better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially like gooey chocolate, melted chocolate. Oh,
Ooh.
they're heaven.
All right. Well, Josh and I will probably send you a basket for sure because like, we appreciate you staying up late for us. So
Or maybe when we're at one of your fights, we'll present you with something.
Ooh, after
Yeah.
my fight.
Yeah, there you go.
there you go.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you real quick, just another fun question, I guess. Your walkout song is pretty heavy. I think it's always been kind of heavy. I don't think you've changed it recently. It's the one you usually walk out to, right?
Yeah.
Is that the type of music you like? Is that something? It reminds me of our Andre Arlovsky's song that he used to come out to. It's like a siren. It's like almost like yours. It's like, and then you have the pitbull sound in the back. Yours isn't like that, but yours is pretty heavy. Yours
Yeah.
does heavy music. Is that something that you like, or is that your idea, or what?
Yeah. When I'm coming out, I'm shifting into like a different mode, and
Okay.
it's like accessing like a way darker side of me,
Ooh,
you know? And that kind of music, I trained best to that. Even in wrestling, I trained better to like heavier, harder music. Like it brought out a meanness in me that was necessary for the
Yeah.
job I
Mhm.
do.
Well, not to ask you, are you a Metallica fan?
I am a Metallica fan.
Ooh, did you get the new album, Hardwired Self-Destruct?
I have not gotten the new
Oh,
album yet.
Yeah.
You need to get it. I'll send
Guy's
you a
huge fan right here.
yeah. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
I'll send you a copy and a basket of brownies for sure.
Heck yeah. So the only time I ever changed up my song, I came out to Metallica's Shortest Straw.
Oh,
there you go.
Wow, it's a deep cut. Oh, Sarah, I love you even more now, man.
Is there anybody in particular that you really like? Metallica, obviously, and then is there any other bands that you like?
I like Stained.
Wow, that's his band.
like- Really?
You mentioned one of my
I
favorite
like,
bands of all time.
Foo
Right there.
Fighters.
Wow, that's funny.
You know, I mean, like, I'm trying to think of obviously Disturbed.
Yeah,
You know, like
Yeah.
different stuff like that to work out to.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
Sarah.
We have all have similar
Yeah.
tastes. Right
We
here.
love you even
Okay,
more
cool.
now, man. You're awesome.
You mentioned Metallica and Stained. I don't know
Yeah,
how
you
much
gotta-
more that we can.
Yeah, you got our hearts already.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so like, I'll send you the CD for sure. Just text me your an address, and I'll send it the CD, and we'll send you a basket of brownies.
Do you get fan mail a lot?
Yeah, I do. Like, it's not like bombarded or anything like that.
If anybody writes letters anymore, really.
Yeah, really. No, they do. They'll message my fan page more.
Okay, cool. All right, Sarah. Well, we appreciate your time with us, and kind of give us with the fans. Let us know that we can find you on social media, and maybe your Snap username, because it's very entertaining as well.
Okay. The Snap is the Sara McMann, all one word, and then Twitter is Sara_McMann. I have an athlete page on Facebook that's just Sara McMann. Instagram, I think, is just Sara McMann.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
If you can't find me, you just don't know my name.
Yeah, right. No relation to Vince McMahon, by the way.
Yeah. No relation.
Yeah, no relation.
But yeah, we're thank you for being on the show. We're we don't like to show bias too much on our show, but we have to say that we're fans of yours for sure.
Yeah, sir. I was so nervous watching you fight. Oh my god, I was having a heart attack, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and we hope to see you against one of the top 5 girls, or if not, fighting for that title soon.
Yeah, because you deserve it, and I think the fight before Alexis Davis, your call out to the champion was the sweetest, most nicest call out I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So keep it up and keep up your entertaining snaps. And we want to thank you again, Sarah, for your time and be on the lookout for that Metallica CD and those brownies.
I will do it.
All right. So you take care. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.